Welcome to John F. Kennedy School, the case study in parental apathy. What do we know? John F. Kennedy School currently has no PTA or PTO organization. Few parents show up to the school meetings, and when solicited for volunteers, the community shows poor response. The principal is concerned that efforts to mobilize parents in the community could turn negative. He is opposed to a PTA-PTO. The principal feels he has a good understanding of the community based on several parent phone calls and comments from parent conferences. One invitation to parents was sent out. It was given to students on a Friday for a meeting held the following Monday. 8 parents showed up. What do we need to know? Why is the parent community participation so low? What are the current communication tools available and used? What other options can we use? What is the vision for the school from different stakeholder groups? What are the community resources to draw from, churches, civic groups, and businesses? What can the school do to support families in the community? Problem 1 of 3. John F. Kennedy High School suffers from parental and community apathy in regard to education. There's no PTA, PTO. There's low turnout for meetings with only 8 people and poor response to solicitations for volunteers. Problem 2 of 3. Communication between stakeholders is limited. Other methods of communication need to be used. Evidence for this is one flyer was sent out with students on a Friday. The meeting was the following Monday. Several phone calls are mentioned, but no wide sweeping collaboration with parent or the community is mentioned. Parent conference comments are mentioned as a source of data or information, and the principal is reluctant to address communication relationship issues. Problem 3 of 3, the school needs to identify a shared vision for the school and how stakeholders can each participate in building the school they want. The evidence that the case study does not give information about a shared vision for the school. This implies that the school has not developed and implemented a shared vision that is supported by all stakeholders. My plan of action. First, improve communication. Hire a PR professional, conduct a communication survey, add multiple methods of communication to the public, both internal and external, ISLLC 1AB and 2H. Second, build relationship with key stakeholders. Meet and establish communication methods between stakeholders. Conduct a survey of stakeholders to identify their vision for the school and mobilize support for the school, ISLLC 4C and D. Step 3, develop a shared vision and address the needs. Identify areas of commonality among the stakeholders' visions. Address needs of the community. How can the school support families and community members? ISLLC 1A, 4CD, and 6A. Improve communication. In today's world, there are so many ways to communicate with parents and the community. We need to utilize as many as possible to ensure wide dissemination of information. A professional PR person can help identify, set up many communication methods, emails, newsletters, local news, social media, etc. Communication must be established before next steps can be successful. ISLLC, Standard 1B, 4A, B, C, and D, and 6C. Build relationships. In order to build relationships within the community, we must identify key stakeholders. Personal face-to-face meetings should happen, followed by other methods such as email, phone, text, newsletter, etc. Communication between stakeholders can help identify each group's vision for how to improve the school and the community. Building relationships will help mobilize parents in the community in support of quality programs. Why are the parents not involved, and what can we do to change that? Once trusting relationships are established, we can get honest feedback from the community about their vision for the school, ISLC Standard 1AB and 4CD. We need to create a shared vision. A shared vision is essential for moving a school forward. The community can be working hard and wanting success, but if they're working in different directions, it's hard to reach the desired success. The school needs to be supportive of the community, and the community needs to be supportive of the school. A vision survey helps identify what each group needs from the others. ISLLC Standard 1A, 4, A, B, C, D. Promoting the success of all students through better communication, through better relationships, through a shared vision. Here's my communication resolution. Initially, there were several parent phone calls, some parent conferences, one flyer sent home with students, no PTA or PTO. My resolution is to make improvements by having face-to-face meetings, phone calls, conferences, newsletters, emails, social media, signs, local media, banners, boards, online grades and curriculum, and potentially a parent advisory group or a PTA. ISLLC Standard 1B, 3D, 4A, B, C, D. My relationship resolutions. Initially, 8 parents showed up to the meeting, feeling that the community did not want to be involved and the educator should do all the work. The principal feared negative situations could arise by involving parents and community. And the principal opposed a PTA, PTO, but may be open to a parent advisory group. The improvements I would suggest are to increase parent community participation, to utilize resources for the students. This will be aided by improving our communication. We need to change perceptions of the role of the community and parents in the education system, build trust in all stakeholders' goals of improving school for all students, potential organization of a parent advisory group, PTA or PTO, which can share some organizational responsibilities in improving the school, ISLLC Standard 3D. Improving the shared vision. Initially, it was unclear what the vision of the school was. It was unclear whose input determined the vision for the school, other than the principal and a handful of parents. The improvement we want to make is to have a unified vision with input from all stakeholders, ISLLC 1A. Debriefing communication. Why do we need to hire a professional PR person? Well, recommendations by National School Public Relations Association says that they can help conduct a communication audit. One flyer handed out on a Friday is not sufficient for a meeting coming up on a Monday. Most likely, those flyers were never even seen by the parents. Some will be thrown away, some would be seen probably after the meeting. Parents need more notification in advance so that they have time to plan, and probably multiple modes of communication there, which a PR person can help with. Proactive approach to bring the community together. They will help publicize the student and school achievements, encouraging the community participate. When schools are doing well, people want to be a part of it. We want to improve the image and marketing of the school, which again can encourage others to become a part of our great school. We want a PR person to work with the media outlets to control the information. We want honest and timely dissemination of important information. Debriefing, finding the root causes for apathy. Why do we need to identify the causes? That way we can help change the apathy that is happening. Educational research compared primary education in Taiwan, Japan, and the US and found that American students learned the least, but the parents had the most satisfaction with school performance, Bishop 1989. US parents accept that the institution is there for their children. They trust it will perform proficiently. Unfortunately, US schools hide failures, prevent rewards for higher achieving students, and sometimes US schools lack incentive for efforts. Those need to be addressed. Apathy may be due to a lack of communication. One flyer sent out on a Friday with students probably didn't get seen by most parents in time for the meeting the following Monday. Parents are busy. They need more notice. Parents in the community need to know that they are wanted and needed to improve our schools. Debriefing, why parent involvement matters. The principal feels like they were doing just fine without parental involvement, but research states otherwise. Everyone benefits from parent and community involvement. Students benefit by achieving more regardless of ethnic, racial, socioeconomic status, or parent education level. Student self-esteem and self-discipline increases, and students make better choices and transition through schools better. Parents benefit. They respond better to social, emotional, and intellectual developmental needs of their children when they participate in school. They have confident in parenting decisions. They use more positive, affectionate reinforcement with their children, and they have a more positive perception of their school. Communities benefit. The community gets higher achieving students who make better employees and better community members. The community has a better reputation. The schools benefit with stronger parent involvement. They have better reputations, better community support, and higher quality programs. Teachers benefit by parent and communication and community participation because they have higher morale and job satisfaction. Teachers have better respect from the community, and teachers show better understanding of community cultures and diversity. Olson and Fuller, 2010. Debriefing, creating a shared vision. The whole community benefits from a school with great expectations and parent involvement. Different groups have diverse ideas about what makes a school great and what schools need to do to produce productive community members of the students. All members and groups in the community should have a voice in the goal and vision of the school. Vision should be shared and used to find common ground to begin building a school that all stakeholders are supportive of. Parent and community members should be mobilized to provide support to the school in order to achieve the shared goals. The school should also help support families and the community. Further investigations that we can look at to improve the school is how the school can support families and the community. How can we use school facilities for youth and community events in order to build community? Can we offer homework help and adult education programs to support parent involvement? Oftentimes, parents are reluctant to participate in schools because they feel like they are not educated well enough to help, but we can aid that by helping them with the homework so that then they can help the kids. We can do a language survey. Are there language barriers that limit some family participation? If so, how can we address that language barrier so that all families can participate? And we can investigate whether there are personal or ongoing issues among members of the community that cause relationship building barriers. How can we break down the barriers so that we have better communication among all community members? To summarize, in order to improve John F. Kennedy School, we need to improve the communication so that all families get the information. We want to improve relationships with parents and families and the community so that we can all come together, and we need to build a shared vision for the school that everyone can support, everyone can be proud of, and everybody can help implement. Thank you.